The Slim Fast 14-day effect on your New Year's resolution. Day 1, the new year. You want to kick it off with a bang, and you're not just talking about fireworks. Day 14, you're ready to start this year right, looking great and preferably on top.
2 weeks is all it takes to get what you really want. Swap 2 meals a day for Slim Fast protein shakes or bars, get in a 30-minute workout, and stick to a 1,200-calorie diet to lose up to 6 pounds in your first 14 days. Find Slim Fast in a store near you.
You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV Supernatural After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV Supernatural After Show.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A little highway to hell to get us started. It is Supernatural here on AFTERBUZZ TV. We are recapping Season 9, Episode 10, entitled Road Trip. I am Tom Connolly, and sitting across from me, Travis McMaster.
Hello.
Lindsay is not here with us tonight. She had a prior commitment, but she will be back next week. And she missed a hell of an episode.
You said the H word.
I did. But before we get to the our recap tonight, I just need to let everybody know that with Slim Fast, 2 weeks is all it takes to get what you really want. In 14 days, the only thing higher than your confidence will be your hemline. And this podcast here at AFTERBUZZ TV is brought to you by Slim Fast tonight.
Thank you, Slim Fast.
Yes, thank you. What an episode.
Let's get into it.
Yes.
They know, they saw.
The momentum did not stop from what happened in the end of the mid-season finale last time.
I think the momentum stopped and then started in a much better place. Because like I was saying, it didn't do all the cheeky, action-y, cheeky stuff, and it was just character.
Yes.
We'll just
very character-driven
do this organically.
episode.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
It starts with Dean burning Kevin's body.
Just like Luke Skywalker.
He has to.
He actually went into the woods somewhere and built a pyre.
Yeah.
And then wept to himself.
And Dean's pissed, throwing books around the place. He's letting out all of his emotions because he knows that this was all on him.
Which I did crack a joke when we were watching it, just because I'm used to teasing dupes. But I do like that Dean is finally understanding death, and it's not just like, we just gotta kill everyone, Sammy.
Yeah.
And so someone dies, and he's actually like throwing nice things around and recreating the end of Star Wars.
Well, what is this, Season 9? So he finally realizes.
But remember, he was in hell for 40 years, so he's been doing this for
for a
60
long time.
years.
I forgot he was in hell for that long. 40 years. So we find, we see this Justin Bieber type kid walking in.
Yeah.
Corey, everyone's yelling.
Which is funny, like all of his song titles had baby in it.
Yeah.
It's funny, but it's like a weird pot shot to take at the beginning of the episode. They're like, hey guys, don't make fun of Justin Bieber right now.
But I think it made sense of, we find out that he was Thaddeus, an angel, and he's, in this vessel now. And he wants to be he can't be a god in heaven, so he wants to be a god on earth.
This is an angel that fell during the fall
Yes.
at the end of it, and he just was like, oh, I'll just become super rich and famous.
I think he just picked the right vessel.
Oh, so
that's what I'm
Corey was
guessing.
already a famous person.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing, and he just took over his...
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
I thought we were doing like a vampire Lestat thing, and he was like, oh, I'll just become a rock star.
Oh, no. I think that he found,
No, that makes sense.
Corey
I made a very
took him
stupid
over.
assumption.
And so they find, Sam/Gadreel. More Gadreel, no Sam.
Just Gadreel.
Yeah. In the dressing room, he ends up killing Thaddeus because Thaddeus was his, he was like his tormentor when he was in hell. Torturer.
I'm just, because Supernatural's doing the thing where in heaven they have not only prisons, but you are tortured in prison by sadistic angels.
Yes.
That's fine. That's kind of what they've established, so I think it's weird, but whatever. What I think is really weird is that when Gadreel had, he did the little trick, and he's like, I've got your angel sword, and then Corey Thaddeus is like, oh, no, man, hey, I'm sorry. I said it to you when we were watching. I was like, why doesn't he just take 2 steps backwards? It's not a ranged weapon. He has to poke you with it. Just run. I know he's got a lot of reach. He's a big guy, but it's just a very short knife. You can
Well,
easily evade that.
Yeah. But I guess Gadreel is powerful, so I don't think he really. There was no way for him to escape. Really, right? Yeah.
2 steps backwards.
No, but
I mean, what
and
did
he
you
would take
just
2
see,
steps
Lisa?
forward and stab him again. So, so then Cass shows up with Dean, and that's the whole. And we get kind of the big fallout of he has to confess
catches
to Cass.
Cass up on everything that's happened,
Yeah.
which is, and I don't want to give a backhanded compliment to Supernatural because I love that this is finally happening, but I again feel like this is stuff we could have been doing the whole season.
No, but I think it made sense now because he wasn't going to tell him the whole time because he was keeping it from. He was keeping
reason.
Sam, Sam being
Sure.
possessed.
I
hidden
don't
from Dean,
agree
or
with
from
the
Cass.
choice to write the character not having told Castiel, but now that we're here, I'm very excited that Cass is in the game. He's got his nice new suit and
Yes,
his
he's
old
back.
trench coat, his battle armor.
He's back, and they're contemplating. Dean just wants to kill Gadreel, but he knows that he will kill Sam in the process. So they have to devise a plan of what they need to do to
Let's
get the Sam.
touch on that for a second first, though.
Yes.
We've seen Dean consistently do everything to keep Sammy alive, even so far as damning the world.
Mm-hmm.
But now all of a sudden, oh, there's an angel inside of him. I guess we better kill him for no reason other than revenge, as far as I can tell.
Yes.
For Kevin.
Well, I think for everything, for lying to him that he thought he was a good angel, but now he's been bad.
Because he lied to him.
Yes.
He wants to kill his own brother because some
Well,
stranger lied to him.
Well, Dean comes to his senses though and says, "No, I know I can't kill him with Sam inside."
He does eventually, but it still seems like a weird thing for after 10 years of watching this guy do everything to protect his brother, suddenly be like, "Guess I might have to stab him." And it's like, "No, you're not going to stab him. Don't waste my time with this."
But he's not going to.
No.
So they, devise a plan, and their plan is Crowley.
Crowley, which is great. If you've got Mark Shepard on the payroll, don't keep him locked up in that redress of Bobby's panic room. You get him out and have him mix it up.
Yeah,
and
which this
hack
is
the
a good
angel
Crowley.
code.
Good Crowley's just gold in this show.
Yeah.
So Cass's car is a Cadillac and with hydraulics that he's driving around in. He doesn't know that it needs gas.
He worked at a gas station for the first half of the season, and he doesn't. And I guess there's no reason for him to. I mean, we didn't see him pumping gas.
Yeah.
He just changed coffee. But it still seems weird.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. That's Cass. I feel like he needs to have like a little.
Can we just rename the show That's Cass?
Yeah. Like he needs a little like music at the end, like, oh no, I didn't know we needed gas. Oh well, I walked here.
We can give him a little catchphrase, just like,
Yes.
"Oh brother," and then he mugs to the camera.
I feel like they could definitely do that in an episode of.
We'll do a spin-off.
Yes, or just do like a sitcom-y episode.
Like Changing Channels?
Yes, yeah, that
Yeah.
episode. But a a
Like
newer
another
one.
fun episode.
Yes, yeah.
Come on, Supernatural.
So we find Metatron. There's no more prophets. He tells Gadreel.
Sure, I'm
the
fine
bar.
with that.
So yeah, it makes sense now. And he has all the tablets.
Sure.
So he has everything. Nobody can read them but him in the first place.
So now finally he can put his plan forward, which is to something heaven.
Yeah, become the new god of heaven. Yeah.
I think you're god of everything, though.
Yeah, I guess you would
It's not
be.
like king of hell. If
Yeah.
you're god of heaven, you're just
God. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that I mean, and he wanted Gadreel to kill Dean, but he didn't do that because
He didn't tell him to.
Gadreel he's kind of dumb in some aspects, but then he's like smart in another way.
I think he's like struggling. He still wants to be good, but he's still got that villain cast, and he's following Metatron, and Metatron's still trying to seduce him. So he's like, kill Kevin and anyone else who's around. And he's like, but you didn't say.
Yeah, he wasn't on the
Dean."
list.
Merp.
Yeah, and well, Dean wasn't there anyway, so.
No, he was. 'Cause remember,
he was in the other room. Yeah.
Missing a great
Okay.
show over here, Tom.
I know. It's been a couple weeks.
Right. So they're in that bar with the old vessel,
yes.
Ezekiel, which I guess I'm still a little fuzzy on the rules for vessels. Sometimes they burn away. Sometimes I guess I'm not fuzzy.
I think because he just switched bodies, so he was okay.
Because Jimmy was okay when Cass left.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's fine. And I want to know what this guy's story was when he like went back to his bartending job. He's like, "Oh, sorry, I've been gone for 2 weeks."
Yeah, well, we don't know how long he was gone.
Just long enough to
Right.
walk to the hospital from when all the angels fell, and then he
Yeah.
immediately jumped in. So I guess
Maybe
could have
a
been in
day.
the same town.
Yeah.
You're like,
Could've been
sorry,
his
I'm
day
late for
off.
work. I was at the hospital, I guess.
It was his day off. It's okay. And then we also find out Abaddon is back in the mix. She's basically in control of. She's the queen of hell, but the demons in hell aren't really listening to her.
Doing their job.
Yeah.
I wrote that down
Yeah.
because I'm confused. Because it seems like when demons aren't in hell and they're on Earth, they're still just killing and torturing people. So
Yeah.
why don't they want to do that? What does a demon want, Tom?
Well, what do they do in hell? Like, I want to know what, I'd like an episode more in hell of what they're
torture
doing.
people until they get the torturers to torture other people. They're just basically,
But what jobs are they not doing? Like cleaning up, taking out the trash? I don't know.
I imagine that they're not torturing people. I don't know. The only job I can think a demon would have is torturing people, and they're not. Are they just not doing it because they don't like Abaddon? Because they don't like girls?
I guess. I think it's
just
more they.
like the show doesn't.
Which, to get to that point, we meet Cecily. Very cute girl. Very fun. Great
Good
to have her
character.
around.
I enjoyed her acting.
Yeah.
Tom called it right away. He said, I really want this girl not to die, but I know she's going to.
Yes.
And she did the next time she was on screen.
Yeah, she lasted a whole 20 minutes. Not even that, because we cut away to other things.
Right.
But, yeah, Abaddon finds her, and she basically tells Crowley, too, that she originally was working for Crowley. And she tells him that, she's kind of playing both sides because she doesn't know who's going to win. And then when she, confesses that to Abaddon...
Abaddon just stabs her.
Yeah, she's like, no, you're not just playing both sides. You're playing on my side, and no, you're not playing on anybody's side anymore. You're dead.
I just think that was a really cool character. She seemed in control of stuff. She was, charming, and I liked her honesty.
Yes.
I like a demon that's like, yeah, I'm going to help your enemies too for fun. And she had glasses on.
And she was way into Castiel. Like, she wanted him.
Come on.
Yeah.
She's got 2 eyes and a heart, doesn't she? Who isn't into Castiel?
Yeah, so she definitely wanted. So she won't get that. She won't get Cass.
Because she got
Not gonna
killed
happen
with
for her.
Okay, this is a stupid sticking point, and this is just me. She gets killed with an angel sword knife.
Yeah,
There's no reason that wouldn't
think
kill
that was
something.
I did think that was weird when it happened, but
There's no reason it wouldn't kill.
yeah, it was a weird thing for her to
I
kill
shouldn't
her.
have brought
with.
it up. This was a poor topic.
No, I feel like that's gonna. Like, why does Abaddon have an angel sword in the first place? Like, where'd she get it from?
An angel?
I guess, but which one? Like, why would she? Are they just lying on the ground all over the place?
I don't know.
All these
Angels,
dead angels.
go down a lot easier than they used to.
Yeah, they really do.
You can sneak up on them now. Sometimes they can use the force to stop you. Other times you just punch them and they get knocked out.
Yeah, yeah. So we find that Gadreel's in Somerset. He meets up with Abner. Yeah,
Lil Abner.
yeah, Abner, who was I guess his cellmate in heaven.
He was like a
And-
guard buddy and then a prison bro.
Yeah, and he apparently he's try. I feel like Abner was trying to help him and bring him, make him be a better person.
Sure, kind
and
of
a better
telling him that
angel.
he could stop playing the stupid game and
Yeah.
just have a family and just go to movies with him.
But that didn't happen. Gadreel killed him.
He cut his throat.
Yeah, and he was on the list that Metatron did give him.
Right,
to
we
kill.
were thinking maybe he didn't kill Abner.
Yeah, he killed the vessel.
He killed the vessel.
And that was it. Yes, because
Little
I couldn't
tricky.
tell. It looked like he was kind of.
Just
He
cut-
kind of like either cut his throat or he like wrapped a cord and like.
wrap any cord. I
It
don't know
lo-
why
I
you
don't know,
keep
it
saying
kinda
that.
looked like- it looked like
He's
they
not
were, like-
garroting him. He used his angel sword and he cut his throat.
To me, it looked like there were like marks that he just like choked him out. That's what I thought.
You can recognize a
Yes.
garroting wound.
I've watched enough TV. Yeah.
Okay.
Then we also find out that so Abaddon kills Cecily. So, and I did write down that I said no, she was a delight to have on the show. She was a delight this episode.
Oh, I think we should also just mention that Cecily worked for Waldorf Financial, which was a front for the NSA.
Yes, and they were spying, and she had a
'Cause if
she had a
you-
satellite hooked onto
Yeah,
the
if you're
Angel
reading
network.
the news, the NSA is pretty big right now. They're doing some stuff, and Dupes is on board with that.
Of course, right? I
topical.
guess. Yeah.
No, but you're right. She mentions that she puts one of their demon satellites
To the Angel.
to the Angel radio.
Yeah. So she knows what's going on.
Don't,
She was connected.
Don't talk about those words like they make sense, Tom.
She-
Don't do
hey,
that.
she was connected.
They first mentioned the Angel radio, but it was like a cute little Winchester nickname for the ambient angel speak.
But also, I feel like angel radio is only things angels can hear, not a satellite picking it up.
But is it like an actual satellite? Did they like
That's what it
launch
seemed
a
like.
metal satellite into space and it's catching the angel speak?
I
That seems like
don't
a
know.
headline from Weekly World News. Or is that just a cute nickname for some like celestial hell beast that's just reading the...
I don't know. I just think I don't know. She was powerful, and she was the delight, and now she's gone. And you know, we're back to all guys on this show, except for one. There's one girl left on this show. One girl, unless
Abner.
I hope.
No, Abaddon. Sorry.
I was like Abner.
Not Abner. He was a man.
One girl left on the show. Hopefully, she'll make it to the end of the season. I think there should be odds in Vegas on this.
I don't think she will. We'll get to that in my predictions.
Okay, we'll get to predictions later. So we find out they end up getting Gadreel. They capture him in the house. All Cass does is punch him in the face. It was like a super like.
Had a nice like focus.
Yeah.
No, we didn't mention that they make a deal with Crowley to
Oh yes! Oh my gosh! Yeah.
hack in to the angel brain.
Yes.
And then Crowley gets to go free. Mm-hmm. Which I want to be annoyed, but it's actually I think really well constructed. They're so desperate that they're going to Crowley.
Yeah.
Almost as an ally, which takes me back to does Crowley have a soul? They cured him, right? And he kind of broke
Demon's
down
going to
and
give him
crying.
blood, but he just said he didn't want it.
So are they doing like a Spike thing on Buffy where he's going to start being one of the good guys but still kind of a dick? Because they tried to do that with Meg, but she didn't have a penis, so she got killed.
That's what happens in this show. Mm-hmm. So they find out, they get Sam, Gadreel, they take him captive. They're in this some kind of abandoned warehouse.
One of the warehouses they're good at finding. I think they have an app.
Warehouses, empty warehouses. So they, Crowley's trying to get into Gadreel, Sam's head, like trying to find Sam, because Gadreel tells Dean that he has Sam locked away in a dream, thinking that he's on a hunt with
Ghouls?
Ghouls and cheerleaders.
Which, as far as I know, I mean, I don't know if there was a ghoul episode, but a ghoul is just a person who digs up graves, right?
I think it's,
But
I'm not exactly sure. So
we're getting hung up on details. It doesn't matter. So they're hacking into this angel's brain by poking him in the head.
like they did with
Cass?
no, what was it? Archie?
Archie,
Yeah.
sure, the little kid. They mentioned him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Crowley's at it for a while, and you know
It doesn't work.
and Gadreel tells him, he's like, you're never gonna find your brother.
Oh, this is a good point to bring up something you said. Jared's acting is very, very good. He's getting very, very good. And when you're watching him as Gadreel, you don't feel like you're watching Sam Winchester.
No, I didn't think it at all.
Yeah.
Until later in the episode, then I felt like it was Sam. But
because it was.
Yes, but all of this, I was like, wow. I'm like, he's really getting good at this.
He's doing very well.
So, but now he's not going
Good
to do
job.
that anymore.
Good job, Jared.
Now after tonight, you won't be doing that much. So,
But hopefully that means, well, we'll get there.
yeah. So yeah, they make the deal with Crowley. Say he's going to be set free if he frees Sam. And Dean wanted Cass to possess Sam's body, but he can't.
He needs permission. These are vampire house rules.
Yes.
You have to be invited in.
So the only people there that can do it is Crowley, because he doesn't care about humans, so he can just go
cheeky.
in. Yes.
He's cheeky and British. So they burn off Sam's tattoo. Mm-hmm. Awesome.
In a second. If only tattooing could be burned off. I don't know. I don't have tattoos, but I'm sure it's painful to do. Burning them off.
Having anything burned off your body is pretty painful, Tom.
Exactly. But I don't know. Tattoos, I'm sure it takes a lot longer than the 2 seconds he did it. He was just like, I wish it could be like that.
This
I know,
season, he's
it should be like
resurrected
that.
4 people. So burning a tattoo off is not stretching. What are you
I'm surprised
doing?
he needed his whole hand. I'm surprised he needed his whole hand. He could have used
He's
his
still
finger.
dramatic. He likes the flair.
Yeah, that is Cass.
Get it? Flare because of the light? Okay, so Crowley goes in and you see Sam's like little sepia-tone dream.
Yeah.
And he gives him the code word Poughkeepsie.
Yes. To drop everything and run. That's what it means.
Which he doesn't.
Which we've never heard them say that.
That's okay. You saw them use the code word Funky Town before, so it has been established that they have codes for their cute little Winchester games.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. At least we know that. Yeah. So, and we see like Dean and Cass outside, and Dean's like, yeah, a demon and an angel walk into your brother's body. He's like, it sounds like a bad joke.
That's a pretty good joke, though. Got a chuckle.
One of them's got to walk out. Or
then
both of them. Like, what
turns
happens?
out, yeah, they go in, and then we finally get. I had to look up the actor's name, Tomo Penniket. No way I said that right. From Battlestar Galactica, he shows up again as Gadreel
in the dream.
In the
yes.
dream, and you get to see this epic demon and angel fight where they totally just punch each other.
Well,
and
I
kick.
think is it because they were in the in the dream inside him? I think that's why they couldn't just like you know kill each other.
Sure, everyone knows that in a dream you can do less awesome things than you can in real life.
Exactly.
So it was a kick punch fight.
And Sam ends up helping Crowley.
Yeah.
And
well, to free himself.
Yes. Yeah. So.
Sorry, there's a fly in the studio.
So
so then he kicks him out, which I like that it wasn't too much of a big to do. He just
Yeah.
stepped on his neck and he was like, "Get out!"
Yeah.
And so he was like, "Okay."
I thought he was gonna like stomp on his head. It looked like he was gonna stomp on
Whoa.
him. Yeah, I know. I thought it was gonna get
Whoa.
really dark, but
Whoa.
it didn't. He just kind of held him down and just told him to get out.
Yeah.
So Gadreel,
He
the
gets
original,
out.
the original Gadreel gets out. He then possesses the vessel, his original vessel,
Tamo Penniket.
which is working at the bar still.
Oh, right.
With Metatron.
Metatron's there, and they do this really. I think it's a callback to when Zachariah was in the bar in season 4 or 5, and the angels come up and like everything explodes and everyone dies. I think it was a callback to that. I like to think the show's clever enough to do that.
I think it was cool. I think
Yeah.
it was a good way for him to get back, and you know obviously let Metatron know that you know, it's like Winchester trouble. Yes, everyone has Winchester trouble. And you know Crowley goes back into his body. They set him free, and then I really thought when that car pulled up, I thought it was going to be Metatron and Gadreel, but no, it's Abaddon that gets out of the car with two demons.
Suits.
Yeah, they come in, and I like the exchange between Crowley and Dean, where Dean was like, he said, this doesn't make a square. And Crowley's like, yeah, I know. I love you too.
Yeah, that was really great. And it again makes me think that they're maybe trying to do more of a turn to get Crowley into,
I think,
at least a gray area where he's going to be working for them, maybe servicing himself. Again, like Spike on Buffy. Every TV show just needs to do what Buffy did. Right?
I guess. I don't know.
Whatever. I don't need this.
The crowd wasn't with you on that one, I guess.
So then Abaddon shows up, and Abaddon and Crowley both take it out to see whose is bigger. It turns out it was Crowley's.
Yes. Vote Crowley.
Vote Crowley, he says.
Now
before
it's a campaign now, because basically it's just the demons, deciding who they want.
Right.
They're not really gonna. I guess it's gonna turn into a Crowley side, Abaddon side, and they're gonna fight.
I don't know. We've already had kind
somewhere.
of a lot of different like sects and sides of demons and doing things and angels and stuff, and I'm not really sure. I think I said on the last episode, I don't really know what anyone's plan is. And Dean doesn't either, but he doesn't care. He's just down to kill everybody, including Sam, I guess.
Yeah, I think Crowley just wants to kind of be in control again of what he was doing before, like be king of hell.
Yeah.
I think he was fine. Yeah, he was fine with it before. He never really. I mean, he would mess with them kind of, but he kind of, just wanted to do.
He's
what he
not
was
trying
doing.
to start the apocalypse or
Yes.
anything. So I think you're right. I think what you've got is both Crowley and Abaddon now free, both saying like, hello, I'm in charge.
Yeah.
And they both have to kind of just turn to the demons like, who's going to follow our orders?
Yeah. So then Crowley disappears, leaves Abaddon in the warehouse, and then and the biggest thing of the episode happening is that Sam is back. He's back in control of his body.
Puppy dog eyes all over.
Yeah, and we find it. Cass is trying to heal him, and he says, your body's still damaged. I'm gonna have to heal you in stages so you can, I guess, take the punishment.
Sure.
So how much? So I guess in the end, like, was Gadreel not healing him at all,
Or probably healing him some. Look, here, I don't know. Lucifer flayed Sam's soul for like 40 years, and Cass fixed it. Not right away, but he fixed it. But now it's like a trick. Now it's really hard.
Well, maybe it depends how he did it.
And it doesn't even seem to matter because Sam's not like limping. He's not bleeding. His soul
He seemed
doesn't seem to be
He
fresh.
seemed very normal.
He's tired.
Yeah. And then we find, Dean and Sam have a heart-to-heart.
In the rain.
They mostly do at the end of the
Cass
episode.
is standing in the back like an album cover, just sort of looking down.
And Dean says that he's a poison to everyone that gets close, and everyone that gets close to them gets killed. But he still thinks that he's doing the right thing, and that he's not going to drag anyone through this through this, with him anymore. He's going to go by himself.
And Sam lets him go.
Yes.
Tells him to leave, and then he tells him that's not going to solve the problem. And Dean's like, "What do you mean?" And Sam's like, "Just go."
Yeah, because Sam kept telling him, he was like, Sam was pissed because
he was ready to die.
Because Dean lied to him to let the angel inside of him. And he kept saying, he's like, I was ready to die, which we all saw that in the first episode.
Right. I think that's what made me really excited about this episode is the character stuff. We've got Dean kind of realizing he's screwing everything up, kind of just doing what he knows best, which is hunting. We've got Sam finally tired of his big brother's nonsense, letting him go, just sort of tired and done with it all. Cass is, standing there in a trench coat, and that's all we need him to do. That's what he does best. And everything feels kind of very fractured and broken. And I like that by the end of the episode, they didn't put it back to where we're used to the formula.
Yeah,
and in the preview for next week, it looks like they're continuing with that. It looks like he's going to be buddy between Crowley and Dean.
Yeah, which next week looks like a really fun episode and funny. We see Crowley and Dean. Crowley wants to hunt with Dean. And Dean's like, "Are you serious?" And he's like, I always love buddy comedies." So
mug into the camera.
And I think now Crowley knows that he can't kill Abaddon by himself, so he needs someone else to help him. And
I'm wondering what Crowley's endgame is too, because he needs the demons to side with him.
Yeah,
so I'm not sure what he's hunting. Is he trying to get him to hunt angels?
I think he's getting him to hunt Abaddon. Oh, what, he's getting Dean to hunt?
Angels,
yeah.
Because I guess he could hunt Abaddon.
Yeah.
Oh wait, before we go on,
okay.
2 predictions. I wrote this down.
We gotta do news first, but yes.
Just
go ahead.
Don't interrupt me. They do the bit when they finally let Crowley out and they're walking to Cass's pimp mobile, and that suburban white lady's got her dog, and she sees
that was
him.
Disgusting.
And then she cuts to later. You see like a dog dish full of blood, and she calls Abaddon. And I take that to mean that dog blood will work fine for calling demons. You don't need people blood.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, and I can get on board with the demon preferring to use human blood. Maybe there's a better connection. Maybe they just like killing people. But if they like killing people so much that they'll kill a human being just to make a phone call, why aren't they doing their jobs in hell? If they'll kill a human being just to make a call, what are they doing in hell that they...
Well, maybe in hell they have to clock in, clock out. They're not really on Earth doing whatever they want, In hell they have jobs to do. Up on Earth they can roam around. If they don't want to kill someone that day, they don't have to.
So you're saying that working in hell is like working at a bar versus going to a bar?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll take it.
You want to have the drinks. You don't want to be serving the drinks.
I'll take that. Thank you for fan winking that for me.
Yes. Okay, so let's get to let's get to some news.
AfterBuzz TV News.
So the news article I have this week is that Jared and Genevieve Padalecki had their second child on December 22nd, 2013, right after we went to break. It was a son. So now they have 2 kids.
Aw.
And maybe she'll come back on the show now. I don't know.
Yeah, typically when people have a second child, their
they go right back to
schedule
work.
frees up,
Yes,
and they can come do podcasts
Definitely.
for their husband's shows.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, it'd be cool if she came on here, but I meant come back to Supernatural.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Even though she's dead, but
I just assume everything is about me and what I'm doing. Yeah, maybe she will come back to the show.
She may. I don't know. That would be nice.
The only news I have is that I got a haircut that I'm not super happy with.
So, yeah.
Comment below and tell me what you think.
Yes, exactly.
No,
yes.
please don't.
Yes, let him know how his haircut is. He does look very different from the last show. So, yeah, you won't recognize him.
You're making it worse.
All right, let's get on to predictions.
Let's do predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
You want to go first?
No, mine are better. You go first.
Okay, mine is, I feel that to take down Metatron and Gadreel, I think Dean is going to have to team with Crowley and Abaddon to destroy them. That's what I think.
That's interesting.
That's what I think is coming up, because
it's not better.
As much as they are going back and forth of this Crowley Abaddon going against each other, I just think Crowley's on their team anymore. He's on their side. In And I think next week we'll show even more of that happening.
So why would Abaddon side with them?
Because she wants to be the queen of hell. So maybe, oh, I got an even better prediction. Ready? Okay. So Abaddon becomes the queen of hell.
Okay.
Crowley ends up being, somehow is, because he gets saved, because that was the whole point of them. They had to save make a demon. What did they have to do in the trials? Make a demon.
Exercise him, give him a soul or something. Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Make him better. Well, maybe they end up, filling that with Crowley, and Crowley ends up going up to heaven and ruling heaven.
If you're not going to take this seriously, Tom.
I am taking it very seriously. I can see that happening.
That would be very exciting and interesting and weird, and I'm not against the show going in that direction. I don't foresee it.
No, but I mean that would be cool. But I do foresee that they're going to be teaming with Abaddon and Crowley to take on Megatron.
Yeah, your prediction was way more specific than mine, and I'm embarrassed that I made fun of you. I just predicted that Crowley's going to be the anti-hero. He's going to be like Spike or Meg. If we're not going to do Buffy references, I guess.
Yeah.
He'll be like Meg was. Team up with them. I think they're going to resolve this heaven-hell nonsense this season. I really feel like next season's going to be the last one.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this counts as a prediction. It was more of a hope that the character dynamics kind of stay shifted like they are. And the last season is not just like the guys hunting and Cass is kind of popping in and out. They'll sort of be fractured. Maybe Crowley's there more. They're not as close as they were. And, maybe Lucifer in 2014 in the Proton flag.
But what if it also switches to where, we see this Dean Crowley next week. What if Dean starts becoming buddy-buddy with Crowley? Cass is not going to like that. And Cass starts becoming more buddy-buddy with Sam. And then we have Cass and Sam versus Dean and Crowley.
I
so
feel
many
like
teams in this show. You could have a shirt with like 20 different teams on it.
Dean has a lot of boyfriends. I don't feel like I'm really curious to see what they're going to do with Sam because he seems like he's done. He's washed his hands with this. I don't know how they're going to fit him in unless they just revert him back to like, okay, Dean, let's do it.
Yeah, I don't think you will. And I have one more prediction.
Okay.
All right. I know that we said the news. This is in one of the first couple episodes that they're supposedly doing a spin-off of something that was being introduced in season 9. So
we're in season 9.
Yeah, no. Well, we've said before that I thought it was going to be Charlie, a spin-off of Charlie getting her own show. Which, I mean, we don't know. I think she'll come back. I think she's definitely coming back sometime in the season.
I would like to see that.
Yeah. But I think the spin-off is going to be a Men of Letters spin-off. Because they have that place, and it's been closed forever, but you could always go back in time to when it started, or just... Because we don't know the last time someone was there.
Sure. So I'm absolutely on board with like a dapper 60s, like Twin Peaks style Men of Letters show.
Like Supernatural. Yep, see? Oh, yeah. Get on that, Supernatural writers.
That's great. But I really hope that by the end of the show, we do get another, like just a Papa Winchester cameo.
Yeah. Maybe. At the end.
I also wish I was on the show.
And maybe
I'm
Bobby. I feel like Bobby's going to come back again.
I hope. I don't want him to come back, but after they did what they did with that last episode, I thought it was silly. I would like him to have like a nice send-off episode.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, he went up to heaven, so I think he's okay. I think he's just hanging out.
Okay, but then he came back and that's silly.
Yeah.
Getting off topic again. No one's listening anymore.
But I think that kind of wraps us up this week for this episode.
Yeah.
So where can they find you, Travis?
Oh, you can find my work at rolling-high.com. It's a web series I'm working on. So you can check that out as it develops.
Going through. Gotcha. You can find me on Twitter at TomTheCom. You can catch me out tomorrow night on Main Event at 10 o'clock. And we're starting a Tomorrow People podcast at 11 p.m. tomorrow night. So you can catch me out on there. And I think that's about it. And Lindsay will be back next week.
Woohoo!
Yes. So we'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.